Assalamualaikum and good morning, IB2 examiners and fellow friends. My name is UMIRA MALEK from AS2575C. We'll be presenting a comparison between the bacteria found in free-range eggs and commercially produced eggs for my research proposal for a final year project. My final year project is supervised by Dr. Amalyawati Ahmad Latifi. In this presentation, I will present on introduction covering research background, problem statements, research questions, and objective. Also, I will be covering on literature review, methodology, and finally the Gantt chart. Without wasting any time, I would like to start with the introduction. In the background, we are already aware that Malaysians use an estimate of 968 million chicken eggs per month, which is actually a remarkably massive chunk of eggs intake. The increasing consumption of eggs has resulted in an increased diseases caused by the eggs. This might actually be due to during the formation and laying stages, there are cracked eggs, unclean eggshells, and storing of eggs in unhygienic conditions that increases the risk of contamination. The study was based on problems that arises when eggs, a favorite delicacy around the world, are not properly preserved and used. They might cause illness in consumers. The objective of my research are to do a comparative analysis of the number of bacteria found in eggs and to identify the bacteria that are generally found in eggs using biochemical and selected selection media. From that, two research questions were raised, which are what is the species isolated from the example from both free-range eggs and commercialized eggs, and which are the type of eggs are more secure to consume based on the microbial activity of the isolated sample. The significance of my studies are to help in isolation and identification of the best eggs while actually maintaining the health of consumers by preventing diseases caused by ingestion of eggs in the future. Alright, now moving forward to my literature review. According to Singh, 10% of eggs are the eggshell and shell membrane itself, while 60% is actually the albumin or the white part of the eggs, while the yolk is actually the 30% of the eggs. The eggshells are known to defend the developing embryo and resistance to bacterial penetration. The albumin, however, is the primary sources of protein for tissue synthesizing, while the yolk aid in the formation of intestinal microbiota. The optimum growth of chicken eggs are important as the quality of eggs is directly proportional to how effectively the flock are tended. Chicken eggs are the sole diet of animal source that can be stored in their original state for several weeks without having to lose distinct properties. However, the internal quality of eggs begin to deteriorate as soon as broilers lay them. Now, according to Hansen, the microbial pathogens can penetrate the eggs through pores in the shell and membrane after being transferred to the surface of eggshell by nesting females or originating in the environment. It goes throughout the process from bacterial addition on eggshell till the spoilage of the egg itself. From this research, to achieve objective 1, egg samples are obtained from the local market and also the local farmer. Before that, media agar and for arrangement and also the selective media growth will be prepared. The sample will then be diluted onto enriched media to get a single colony onto TSA agar. After completion of objective number 1, it will be continued with objective number 2, which will be starting with the grown culture on the agar will be inoculated on selective media, which are the EMBA and BSA agar in order to isolate E. coli and Salmonella species. Successful isolates will be then stained with gram staining method for the gram conformation, which should be the pink staining. From here, we know that the isolates will be pre-screened using biochemical tests, which are catalyst tests, motility tests, and hydrogen sulfide tests. To summarize my presentation, here are my Gantt chart for my research time frame starting from this semester for final year project 1 and next semester for my final year project 2. This research will be done in the span of 14 weeks and expected to be completed by the end of week 13 and week 14 of the semester. With that being said, thank you for listening to my presentation. Hope you enjoy!